So welcome to another Fund Manager interview. Today I've got the founder of RB Wealth, Mr. Thomas. Welcome, Thomas.
Thank you very much. It was really enjoyed you inviting me.
No problems. And so look, what would be great, like I suppose you fit into a space which is really in alignment with some of the trends that we're seeing, and that is where, family offices are becoming more active with their investment strategies, and with that, they're sort of providing other opportunities for high net worths and other family offices to sort of co-invest alongside them. So just give a bit of an introduction to yourself, your background, and then we'll sort of talk about what you're doing, with the fund.
Okay, so RB Wealth Management was effectively established in 2005, and it came out of a failed bank relationship, which the bank was actually managing our money pretty poorly. And then we made a decision to bring all the investments decision in-house. And then the fund from there grew organically over the years, and we got more and more experienced. I mean, my background is in operational finance, so I worked as CFO for big corporates like Philips, Fuji Xerox, and Visi, and did a lot of derivative trading there in foreign exchange, futures, options, and interest rate swaps. And that's where I learned that finance can actually add value to the operation. So I was always able to add 3 to 4% to the operation. And that's what we then said we can translate that into fund management. So that's where we're adding value.
Got it. So when you think about your fund and obviously the opportunity for investors, typically what's your strategy? What are you focused on investing into?
So we normally look away from the crowd. So at the moment, all the hype is AI, crypto, and US centric. So we're actually looking the other way and saying, okay, where is actually the biggest growth in the next 10 to 15, 20 years? And if you look at the market cap at the moment, the market capitalization of listed companies, 49% is covered by the US. But India is only making up 4%, but has 18% of the population. So that means, from my perspective, India is completely undervalued and undersupplied with listed companies. So that's where going to be the growth is more in the emerging market, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam. That's where we see the growth for our fund. Yeah.
So how do you approach that from an investment perspective? Are you investing at funds in those areas? Are you investing in listed companies?
So it's a fund-of-fund structure. So we approaching other fund managers. So I just had a conversation with an Indian fund manager. So she operates a fund out of Luxembourg, but she's Indian. She has data scientists there, so she knows the market well. And she did reasonably well over the last 3-4 years. So that's something we look into. We look at the track record. She has all her money in there, so skin in the game, that's important for us. And it's US dollar based, so that's something we look at. Yeah.
Got it. And as far as in those markets, is there technologies that you're looking at? Is it an infrastructure play? Are you looking at healthcare? What sectors are you looking at, etc.?
So we leave that up to the fund manager.
Yeah.
We're just looking for the best fund manager.
You must have a thesis for those fund managers that you're approaching. How do you assess the fund manager before you sort of place capital with them? And their themes.
We're looking at their holdings. We're looking at their bios. We're looking at the track record. And that's then how we establish if that is a good fit to us from a ESG perspective. So we wouldn't, if a fund manager would heavily invest into coal mining or coal power plants, that's probably we would shy away with, even if they would perform well. So we do have a slant on ESG investing. So they have a remit then that we don't want to have any coal plants in the portfolio.
Got it. And if you're thinking about your investments over the next 5 to 10 years, what do you think, outside of those specific regions that you're sort of looking to invest into, what do you think will be some of the breakout investment opportunities?
That's a very good question. I mean, we do believe in the AI story as such, and it will create huge opportunities. The issue we're seeing at the moment is the overinvestment. I think it's too much money flowing in, and the ROI is actually not looked at. It's all about, it's probably quite ego-driven,
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah.
And you see a company like DeepSeek comes in and effectively disrupts the market, or at least the cost base, and say, we can do what you do at 10% of the cost. So that's where I see is the risk, that there's it's an overcrowded trade. It's the right technology, it's the right way it's going, and it probably has all the stuff it has going for it, but the problem is the ROI.
Okay. Well, Thomas, really enjoyed having this chat with you. So you got a unique approach. I said, as far as this event, we're obviously doing a lot of activities, and so far I don't think anyone's talked about going into those markets from an investment perspective, or their thesis behind it as far as how they're sort of effectively undervalued in the way it's grown. So thank you very much for that insight, and look forward to sharing more insights from you.
Thank you very much.